will-o-wisp. Just curious. Why do you want the Heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right. My due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do. Regret nothing. One lives but once.
YOLO! I love how many things they hid in here. I just looted magic gold from a pile of donkey poop. Of course that makes sense.
Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you.
I love Regis.
Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying manipulator you are?
Sienna, you've already run afoul of one vampire. Don't start a fight with another, all right?
Then tell said other vampire to stop taunting me.
I shall do my utmost.
Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
I don't know how much time I have left with Witcher, so I might be streaming like just half an hour. I have no clue. We'll see. I really finished the last Witcher stream at a weird place. I was thinking probably Horizon Zero Dawn, but I'm still waiting on my time at Sandrock. So I don't know. You wanna see Horizon?
Nice place.
Isn't it?
I'm just playing games
Offers
you've
a
already
lovely view
played.
of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of done time.
Probably, but not just yet. I don't think so.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
I'm trying not to spam
So
anything.
sensitive, so aware. Honestly, what did
At least a
Declan
few more
foresee
months.
you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. Especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word
I don't think I've played any of the new gen games on
much
my
is that
Play
worth?
4.
Yet
I
I owe
haven't
him this
bought
meeting,
anything in a while.
and that is that.
I've just mostly used the PlayStation Now, so I'm safe.
Let's get ready. Deadloff will be here any
But I've
moment
switched
now.
mostly to PC, I think. Yeah, sure I did. But I haven't played it. And wasn't gonna be that dumb. I always wait a bit when stuff gets released unless it's something I've really been waiting on. And I trust the publisher with my heart. I don't do that otherwise. Cyberpunk is even horrible on PC, so that's not an argument. Couldn't even get a fix.
Sienna, I have a question I must ask you.
Of course it'd be.
We feign it all. That which bound us was a ruse.
Deadlove, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What? But how?
Oh, she got sent back into the fantasy world?
The ribbon.
Ha! Seems I've been fooled again.
Ooh,
She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay!
it was a great thing I bought the
You
ribbon.
never should have meddled with her!
Oh, I'm so gonna die! Thank you, Regis. Let's get some vampire oil and some black blood before we start that combat. Unbelievable. What does unbelievable do? I forgot how good the soundtrack for Witcher is. Let's see if I can do it without armor. not allowed to kill each other because otherwise it's a true death.
I want you to join us. You tricked me. Both of you.
Damn it.
Acknowledge any gods. Start praying now.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this one without an armor. Not that bad. Yep. If you have Prime, you have one subscription free per month. That's kind of gross. So he's got 3 phases? I don't remember doing this fight.
Prepare to die, Witcher!
Ah! I got stuck against a wall. Yeah, you can do it every month. Oh, I thought you were already back home. Not taking public transport this time? Is that again? I thought it revived earlier. Alright, I'm gonna put on an armor. So I don't have to redo this combat 5 times.
Nice place.
Isn't it?
Is it though? Perhaps.
Let's... The ribbon.
Fun times, yeah. That looks like a great evening.
I want you just the last. You tricked me. Both of you.
Didn't plan to give it.
I know what you mean. It sounded great on paper.
Acknowledge any gods. Start playing now.
Where did it go? I'm gonna die again. I'm not even gonna make it to the third stage. Okay, I lied. Of course it hasn't. He's a higher vampire and you just screwed him over. That does feel like a final boss.
To die
Ah, come on. I don't want to be stuck against the wall. I can't even see what the heck I'm doing. Yeah! Armor always does the difference. Twing twing dad? Yep. He's probably not real dead anyways, cause, well, he did get killed by a higher vampire. Now Regis can nurse him back to health, and everyone's gonna be happy.
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
Is he gonna kill him, or is he gonna nurse him? I don't know. Oh, we just has to kill his friend. That's sad. I guess that's just what happens when a vampire becomes too dangerous. It's kind of very different for where I left off at the last Witcher stream. Because the last Witcher stream where I had a very steamy scene and then I closed the stream and I restart and I have to do a fight to the death against a higher vampire. Amazing. Why am I dressed in a
My,
royal
it's a
garb
smashing
now?
Ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available. and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
I love his sass. He's a bitch.
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape
He
the
looks
medal on a
stiff.
suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
I love Regis so much. His mood.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience.
Count on it. Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Siana planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Siana's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters. What's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue-loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Dettlaff the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise to be careful.
That's fine, I can just remove the clothes. Put them back on later. Oops. Forgot to remove one tag when I restarted. There we go.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain.
How can you even
Though it
polish
would be
that
even
kind of
better
boots?
were
It's made of
certain folk to
fabric.
sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
beggars brought them.
Why didn't you tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. One for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now
He's a bit
think
too
hard.
witty for his own good.
Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved. Their clothes were tattered. As to their boots, well, I mentioned that already.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around.
I'm just gonna change up my gear first, because this isn't a good look. Alright, let's go with those. I think I'm gonna throw in a save too. Just to be sure. is she wearing?
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? This is a decent district. We need no filth.
Welcome back home.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why.
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
I'll break your guns around your spine. I almost dropped my guns in fear.
Oh, I hate these stupid fist fights.
Come now! Try me!
There we go. Yes, it's a fisticuff.
All right. I can take a hint.
So, I take it your
Come,
evening
time
was
to go.
fairly disappointing.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors.
At least
Wish
none
me
of
to
that was
take
because
my
of the
folk
company.
to shelter elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
That's fair.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know
You
him.
get some practice
Any of
in?
your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold.
I guess it's
and
a good
we wouldn't
thing.
want that, would we?
Or is it a bad
Recently,
thing? I don't
4
know.
of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal?
were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the bootblack. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You
Yeah,
ought
but
to
she's in
heed
prison
folk
now.
who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the bootblack anyways.
I have to stop
It's
thinking
always
about the
money.
24th. Nothing good would come of it.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Yeah, sure. That's not the reason why I have to stop thinking about it.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
Four
It sounds
seemingly
more like
random
my
victims to
patience is
start.
running thin.
The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victim's links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one.
I'd
the
rather not
Duchess for
turn into a
last.
Lilim.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
I don't think it would reach that far. Maybe you'd need extra hands.
Think it's a good idea? After all, we foiled her carefully planned scheme. Think she'll even want to?
Talk to you? Would it harm you in any way to try? Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Siana locked
I
up.
shall remind you there was a
Courtiers were
full team of
insisting on
orcs
harsher
that time.
punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her.
Of orcs? Big men.
Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Detloff and his minions rampage.
Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Siana.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence.
She treated Dettlaff cruelly.
Caused his death in the end.
Well,
and now this, atop all that, no
Lately,
go.
I seem to be
I
getting
will not
a
go
lot
with
of
you.
attention
I'll await you at the cemetery.
from a lot of people.
Learn some bleating culture, Greylocks. You're in Tucson.
Well, you're not gonna be here for just a weekend, so clearly that's not gonna happen. It's a tempting offer, but not one that works for the plans.
Here in Beauclair, all's right and fair.
He the horny one?
Nothing to see here. Move along.
But I was thinking more about the fact I've been hearing a lot more news of Nick and Lulu lately than I've had in a while.
Oh.
I'm still waiting on seeing Bob. Should probably poke him. It's been a week already. I do still need a girlfriend though. Get one at some point. Maybe. If I can be bothered of going out. Which I am not very likely in the end. Yeah, I'm trying to be reasonable before 24th. Trying. Oh no though. I've been known to be bad at math.
Halt!
Need to see Siana, urgently.
In the matter of?
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time. Not one locked up on the Duchess's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
The Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment.
I'm
Highly
already
irregular.
almost healed.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from
I
me.
know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear.
Of course you can.
Why do you want to kill her?
For such an
I look like
accomplished
Geralt.
investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But you very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
Yep, that's a fair reason.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me?
Yeah, punching a
Forget
window's
me.
not good, girl. You're just gonna hurt yourself.
Sienna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You meant what you said in the Land of a Thousand Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you? Ah, with all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Sienna.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Let's go. Want to see him too.
I've been on this game so long. Oh, it's already been an hour? Since I like started the game 10 minutes ago? Whoa. I completely get lost in this game.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Dettlaff and Sienna's fifth victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Silviana is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Very well. Let us get things underway. Don your ceremonial attire. Then you'll come with me. Her Grace awaits.
We're pretty almost there. I keep feeling like we've reached the end, but we haven't.
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
But that's on you.
Thank you,
Mostly.
your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
Geralt being all awkward.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
And there was somebody's hair.
May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Siana. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Dettlaff. You were to be the beast's fifth victim.
I can understand that.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I still have some crafting to do, too.
I do not believe it. In a moment I shall speak to Siana. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
Nope, you don't. You
If
haven't
my
seen her
presence will
in
help
years.
in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour?
Sure
show
it is.
Sylvia Anna in.
But I've got so much stuff to do before 24th. Kinda got me a bit panicky.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my
Absolutely.
sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat
I
you
don't
as a
absolutely
common
need
criminal.
to finish it, but I've got a few
Nor
stuff
does
that
it
I
let
want
me
to
believe
finish.
You sought my demise. My
And I
heart
told Mark
yearns
I'd
to
be
know
making
you
him a
were swayed
cheesecake
by
for
the monster
Valentine's Day,
Deathlock.
so I have to do that before
You yourself
21.
would never stoop so low. Thus, I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Siana. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Siana?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... your dagger hurt most. You were my
Yeah, I know.
Henrietta Dunnett. My darling little sister.
I should not be worrying about
Now
it.
do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark. And which you set afire at the last, to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life.
I do find it funny.
But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
Well, he's off on the 22nd, so I suspect he's gonna be here
They
the
listed
21st
all
at
my
night.
offenses, my flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out, but you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you, sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found.
Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
Did she just take out her? The heck? I know some of them, but there's one I normally go to, and it's mostly a brunch place. There is a great sushi place though, but it's on the expensive side. Just drop me a reminder on Messenger, and I'll send you the website if you want.
Best part of the whole ceremony? It was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt.
Why
Good in
is
small
Geralt certainly back in armor?
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This moonlight makes me, oh, so
That's a weird
dreamy.
look.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
I love that, Brenter. Succubus twins. I think that's too much for anyone who's not a witcher. You might be thinking highly of yourself right now.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all.
Regis!
Where'd he go?
Damn it, where'd you go?
Regis!
Raise your hand against
Of course he was gonna get attacked.
Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
I don't know why. Being branded as a traitor to you whole race might deserve another drink.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
No, just not the life for me. Sure, might stop by there occasionally, stay the winter, fill up on wine. But I'd rather keep moving. It's not a choice being a witcher. And once you are one, you're one for life. You can't just step off the path. Besides, plenty of work left for me in the world. Ghouls aren't gonna kill themselves.
Rather droll, isn't it, that each time we meet, something harrowing must happen? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
That's a fair point.
Interesting point of view. I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Oh, they said Nilfgaards don't believe in vampires. Not Beauclair.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Let's just go see what happens. What Bridges left at home. If anything of the stuff I got is considered a trophy.
Whoa there, Roach. Slower.
Nothing doing. Something reeks around here.
Ah!
My sister saw that this one banker buried some gold coins.
Giddy up.
Ah! Oh!
Hey! Ow!
Ah!
Yeah.
Long live Duchessa Anna Henry.
Hey there, little
How much for your
You've come to the
No
right place.
laughing matter.
Better you're to take less from me, haven't you heard?
Life in Beauclair can be quite dear. Death. That's
Where are you going, Roach?
Run, Roach.
As usual.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Dandelion? No, Red just said they left something. Maybe Triss?
Triss?
In the flesh.
Oh, here you are, Triss. Oh, it's been a while.
I thought you were in Kovir.
I got tired of waiting for you, so I decided to head to Toussaint. Catch some sun, see how things are going. You said it would only take a moment.
Things are pretty much wrapped up, luckily. We'll be able to head north soon.
I hope you're not upset I came like this, without warning.
True, I haven't always been
yeah, I
fond of
did.
surprises. They remind me of work.
Because
The law of
Bronze and
surprise,
Princess both
surprise
wanted me to
child.
pick Triss.
But I think I've changed my mind. Seems surprises can actually be pleasant. Very pleasant. Let's go outside. There's this one cozy spot you're gonna love.
I took Ganon my first playthrough. Because sure, like, Triss would be a great housewife. She'd be a great wife. Except Geralt's not for that kind of life. Oh, I've pretty much banged everyone I could in this playthrough.
How are things in Kovir?
Amazingly boring and predictable. Council meetings mainly concern trade matters, tariffs, storage regulations, that sort of thing.
Missing the excitement?
You know the Aetheri saying, may you live in interesting times? Well, I've already done that, and now I'm looking for a bit of quiet. The other mages I brought with me from Novigrad, or who made it north on their own, feel the same. You wouldn't recognize them.
Of course.
No conspiracies, cabals, plotting. They just sit there and work, for the good of the kingdom.
Why play a
Sometimes I
major
think it's
game
all
if
too
you're not
lovely
gonna,
to be true.
like, make use of it?
Something's bound to happen. Another war, or some other horror. But for now, it's nice. And once you finish your business here and come join me, it'll be even better.
So, how do you like my vineyard?
I think you know the answer to that. I like it a lot. House is big, but not showy. Lovely location. Perfect for romantic getaways.
Just finished some remodeling.
Cheeky.
Paid through the nose for it, but I think it was worth it. There are already some new saplings and flowers around the grounds, but I think it's still
yeah,
missing
don't touch the
something.
dwarves.
Maybe a hedge maze? With a statue in the center? One that's stately and nude.
Geralt, don't bring up that ball. The wine got to my head and I...
Not bringing it up to tease, but to reminisce. That evening, it was magic. And your dress. You looked lovely in it.
I've got it with me. I could put it on one evening. We'll dine outside by candlelight. Listen to the music of the cicadas.
Can't wait. How'd you find me? Kavir's a long way off.
I have my ways, Geralt. Hydromancy, for example.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, what becomes of us? See anything else in the reflection?
Zoltan moves in.
Please tell me you're joking.
You can breathe easy. Far as I know, he settled down in Novigrad and has no intention of budging. In all seriousness, though, I did see a few scraps of our future, but I'd rather not tell you exactly what.
Why not?
Because you said you've grown to like pleasant surprises.
This is your first time in Toussaint, right? Want me to show you around a bit?
Yeah,
Sorry,
indeed,
but
she's a
I've
tease.
already made plans.
Oh? What are you going to do?
Lie down in the sun and not move an inch.
Ah, right. A packed schedule. Not overdoing it a tad.
Oh, gotta get the most of this weather before I return north. Know that joke about how to tell when summer's come to Kovir?
The rain isn't quite so cold.
And sadly, that's not far from the truth. Oh,
That's
I
sad.
shouldn't have told you that. Now you'll change your mind and not come join me.
I wouldn't worry about that. Mind if I leave you here alone for a moment?
Just a moment.
Ah, I did the golden goose egg could work there. Yeah, she is. Letter from Regis. Dear Geralt, if you are reading these words, it means I am already far beyond the borders of Toussaint, and you have found my mutagen reader. Of course, you made up this instrument however you like, perhaps something more fitting to your taste or better reflecting its function, for I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I have been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished, and I am convinced, as convinced as an inventor can be, before his invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of his apparatus. You're surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, the mutagenerator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagical energy waves from bodies, in this case the bodies of the monsters and evildoers who kill, and when that has absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, the mutagenerator changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning change will decide if it's green, red, or blue mutagen. Change yet, I have noted the colors tend to alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your dearly devoted friend, Bridges. P.S. You might be wondering why I decided to toss the mutagenerator into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. Well, you must know I did it out of modesty, believe it or not. Take care, Gerald, and may my gift serve you well. Yeah, they want to test your English. That's a tricky poem. Anything interesting? I could go and do the Witcher contract. I might as well.
And what do you get for all that work?
Geralt, come here.
Into
Let
back
me give you a
what's
kiss,
so on you?
dashing young thing.
No.
And what do you get for all that work?
I've lots to do before it gets...
Now that's love!
Yep, I'm gonna leave Triss hanging. There's so much stuff I haven't done on the map. I don't think I'm gonna do them though, because spent way too much time in this game. But one last quest. Eh, that sounds about right.
Guess that's champion.
Well, Greylocks, you sure tucked away that beast of air.
Might we speak?
Yeah? What is it?
Yep.
Now, why does one summon
Where the
a
heck did
witcher,
it go?
huh? To inquire about the gossip currently flowing about the court? I have a problem with a beast.
Ah, you the one posted the notice? Go on then.
First, my dear Witcher, we must establish ground rules. Given the vast difference in our respective social positions, I'm sorry to say I take umbrage at the familiar tone you take. I expect deference. I expect you to address me as Sir, or better yet, as Monsieur de Bourbeau.
Listen, friend. There's an enormous difference between us, but it's not about status. It's about me having 2 swords on my back, and you having none. So I'll call you whatever I want. And you either deal with that, or solve your monster problem yourself.
Yep.
The gall! I shall file a complaint with your guild.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you address it to customer service. Kaer Morhen, Kedwin. Now talk, before I change my mind and go.
Naughtlings and their manners. Very well. Let us get this over with. Something has
Mm-hmm. Great. Let me go.
I beg your pardon?
Need more information than that. Where was this something seen? Any witnesses?
I always
Bodies
loved
to
Assassin
examine?
Geralt.
Therein lies the rub. None has seen the beast. We've only heard signs of its presence, a strange scratching and shrieks. Neither are there any corpses to inspect. Men simply disappear without a trace.
Who's disappeared, if you don't mind my asking?
Most recently some farmhand, I believe.
Despite the vast difference in social status, you remember the farmhand's name, maybe?
No. You must speak to my wife. She has more collegial relations with this household help. She's away at the moment visiting her mother, but should return forthwith.
Noises you mentioned. Where do they come from?
Well, everywhere.
Everywhere?
But they're most clearly audible in the wine cellar.
Means the monster must dwell underground. When are the noises loudest?
In the night, just as they were years ago, when the buildings quaked. Another expert agreed to look into the matter then, but was never thereafter seen nor heard of. Oh, that should suffice with the questions. Now tell me.
Fine, I'll do it. Need to look around.
Very well. I shall inform you once she has returned. Meet...
Let's see what's hiding in that cellar.
It's quiet. Guess the monster actually is nocturnal. Gotta wait till dark.
Yep, good. Except I'm gonna loot everything first.
right, let's look around.
Clearly, there's something over here.
Rats. Not known to kidnap farmhands.
Indeed.
What the? Shattered dishes. The shelf somehow. Shaken off, maybe? A tunnel? That's better.
Let's see what's waiting for me in there.
Picky
Morals. Hey, princess! You missed the ending of the DLC.
I like that silver.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it afterwards. Nothing here. That was an epic fight. I even had to don my armor.
Not good.
I'm just doing one last quest before closing up Witcher 3 for good. How are you feeling today? A bit better than yesterday?
Should be able to break through. Damn it, it's getting away. Something's been feeding on them. No Kikimore dug this. Tunnels are the work of something much bigger. Something with heavy, wide claws.
That ain't a great sign.
Damn it. Young could hatch any minute.
Not if they're on fire! That's great news. I'm glad you didn't get any fever today. I killed all of them. Where are they coming from?
Getting more interesting by the minute.
Oh, that's where I burst through. Okay. Let's keep going. Oops. Fire!
Last one. Water coursing. Underground stream. Monster I'm looking for lives underground, digs tunnels, feeds on Kikimores, and is big. Very big. Won't learn anything else here. Time to go back to the surface.
Choop 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 choop. I have managed to do, I think, 1 hour of stitching on the choker today. I'm planning on doing a bit more once I shut down the stream.
Sacre bleu!
I know I can't do a lot at once.
What is the meaning of this?
So
I'm
doing a
paying you
bit
to
while
slay a
watching
monster,
TV
not
is
demolish my property.
my best bet.
Property's falling apart on its own, what with all the tunnels under it. I'd fill those in soon if you don't want your building to collapse.
Tunnels? Fiddle my thumb, how did tunnels appear down there?
Something dug 'em. A large creature. Also killed a few Kikimores down there and destroyed their eggs. Consider it a half favor. Won't cost you much.
Kikimore eggs. Yes, of course, good work. Indeed, a reward is due.
Madame de Bourbeau, I presume? Hear you know something about the missing farmhand.
Jean-Luc? Yes. We went to examine this year's seedlings. Something had been nibbling at them. Then we heard these odd noises. Jean-Luc went to reconnoiter and never returned.
Madame, could you describe Jean-Luc?
Tall, exceedingly well built, hair black as pitch,
Dear, concentrate. There is not a peasant that is not well built. They work in the fields all day. He means scars, birthmarks, that sort of thing.
Indeed, indeed.
Then none, I suppose. But he did wear a pendant around his neck. A silver one.
Silver jewelry on a farmhand?
It was a gift, I believe. Or that is what he claimed.
Should be enough to go on.
Then what are you fritting round here for? Get to work.
Come on. How rude can you be?
Perhaps I can turn these tunnels into an extended cellar.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot.
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
I just told you.
Pigs can fly.
Sorry, I think I heard something outside. Guess I was wrong.
Bread's really stale. Been here a while.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it was just the farmhand. Especially since
Good
she
vintage.
said he was
Must have been
well
a special
built.
occasion. Footprints. 2 sets.
I can't go any further than this. Let's go see the other side.
Piece of carapace. Horned gray shell. Large, deep tracks. Claw marks. Straight, dull, perfect for digging. Felled trees, as if something rolled over them. So is Shalmar. Only they dig tunnels and move like that.
Another Shalmar. It's a good thing I'm way too high level compared to the quest level. Because I don't think I'd be happy with this.
Trail leads to that cave. Claw marks. Straight, dull, perfect for digging.
Warning? Warning! Building around here have been collapsing because of a monster's dug tunnel all over the place. Not sure yet what kind of beast it is. Don't come after me and don't wipe my symbols off the walls because I need them to find my way out. To not of Belhaven.
Left his school symbol on the wall. Clever. Gotta keep a lookout for more.
Mushroom, mushroom. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, badger, 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 mushroom. That song will live in my head until I die. Oh yeah. Here. Wonder why they don't light up though.
Shaelmar's close.
Oh, there's something here? Alright. Down we go.
Dead end. Except, looks like there might be something down there.
Hey, sure. Good night, sweetheart.
Dead end.
I'm gonna get attacked. I don't wanna fight a Shaelmar. Oh, dead people.
Shaelmar's lair. Gotta be. Drags its victims here. Pretty fresh, some of them. Gonna have to brew some bait. Need the blood of a recent victim and some of the mushroom pendant. A lock of hair inside. Same color as Madame de Bourbeau's.
Yep, I had that feeling. She's a cheater.
Highly decayed, partly eaten. Been lying here a while. Fresh corpse. Must be Jean-Luc. Crushed ribs, cracked skull. Shaelmar did this. No two ways about it.
Alchemy.
Gotta spill it within the lair. Somewhere near an air current, so the scent spreads throughout the cave.
probably need to equip the bait. If I want to spread it. Oh no, I already have it.
Ugh, that stench.
There we go.
Shalemore will be here any minute.
Yep, another kind of having to fight armored things.
Come on, show me your claws.
Not very efficient. Ow! Oh damn, I was too far. Let's see how I'm supposed to kill Shelmar. Because this is gonna take forever. I never use bombs, but I think I'm gonna try. And I need some relic oil. There we go. No, you get the bombs at the start of the game, I just don't like using them. useless. What is it supposed to do? Broke my sword. Inventory. Bust my armor? Yeah, I'm not surprised the Sherlmore is blind. But it's annoying to fight because of the armor. Oh, I forgot I had gloves on. Eh. Yes, it's a sand slash. Except I have to wait at the right place attack pattern for me to be able to attack it. And I kinda suck at that. Gonna die because of the bleeding? Yeah!
Now just gotta chop off its head and go get my reward.
I tried with the bombs, but I still had to time the bombs when he was on his back. So, yeah. And I tried the sign too, because normally, yeah, they are weak to like art and stuff. but trying to do it when he wasn't already on his hind legs didn't do anything. Yep. I'm way too much of a tank to care. Sure, there's probably an easier way. A more effective way. But this one, I don't need to think about it. What are you doing today? I don't think that's an exit, man. Your map is broken. Path of Exile? Choop, choop, choop. There we go.
Run, Charles.
Bloody hell!
So what's out of Path of Exile? Today I woke up kinda half-heartedly watched some animes.
Long live Duchessa
I had
Anna
breakfast I
Henrietta.
think at 7 tonight. And I've been up since it was 2.
The wall. Fix it.
And
by the
I've
end
done
of the
some
day.
hand sewing on Princess's Order.
You. Can we talk?
You'd best be bearing good news. Get on with it.
We'll talk. Later.
Yeah, I kinda want to talk to the wife first. Can I? I wonder where she would be. Probably inside her home, right?
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast, I am in your debt. We all are.
Ah, here she is.
So, have you found him?
There's still plenty to do on the map.
Found
but
this.
I'm not gonna bother. I figured just one
Jean
last
Luc?
quest.
Sorry. Really,
Because
I am.
besides that, it's mostly Gwent
Lock of hair inside.
and
It's
like
yours,
the
isn't
fist
it?
fights.
Yes. Jean-Luc and I...
Yeah, the
well,
story
I'm
is done.
certain you've pieced it together already. I thank you for your discretion, for avenging him. Please, it's terribly modest, I know, but you must take this reward. The husband is certain to be miserly with his gold. Now, if I may, I'd like to be alone.
I'm only seeing 2 viewers, so I don't think she's around, but she didn't say bye. So I don't know what's up. Mike said goodnight, because it's got school tomorrow.
See, you're the Duke of this, the Duke of that, you're the Duke of some tittle.
No, I haven't. I don't think so. We haven't really caught each other a lot like usual lately.
Riot. Our duchy values peace and quiet.
You. Can we talk?
You'd best be bearing good news. Get on with it.
Got rid of the beast that was giving you trouble. It was a Shelmar.
Shelma? Whatever could that be?
Kinda like a cross between a mole and a caterpillar. Just big as a barn.
Uh-huh. Well, Master Witcher,
just
you
big
make
as a
poor
barn.
first impression, but ultimately proved your worth. There, your reward.
As for Jean-Luc, afraid he's dead. Sorry.
Who? Oh, him. Trivial as losses go. I shall soon find another to take his place.
Yeah, as will Madame du Bourbeau, I bet. So long.
Oh, I love that pin. So much sass.
No tunnels beneath the foundations. It's why things are toppling.
A blind. Yammed all about.
Quite a bit.
Alright. I think I'm happy with that.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot. Our duchy.
I'm gonna save and finish the game. Guys, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna try to do everything. Because I can't anyways. Some of the quests are glitched. And some I didn't do in the right order. You know how Witcher is. So I think I've done everything I could in Witcher. Oh! Hey, Princess. Still there. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all for now. And I might be playing Horizon Zero Dawn next. It's another it's the same kind of game, I'd say, with the very big map and a lot of quests. And the story is very good too. Same kind of world building experience in Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, there's also some quests that I don't do in there because they are hunting quests and you have to be pretty precise. And they were kind of timed and everything. But besides that, I do pretty much everything. And one thing that's different from Witcher is that you can actually sneak and do some quests that way. So, that can be fun. I hate anything timed, so I'm not gonna do them. I might, however, like, take my remote and give it to my nesting partner and go, hey, can you do a few of them to, like, give me a hand while I'm off stream? I don't think that's gonna happen, but it would be fun if it could happen. Alright. I'm gonna go back to hand stitching a bit, watching more Agent Carter. I'll catch you probably tomorrow, in 2 days. I plan on streaming more this week. I still don't really know if it's gonna be gaming or more stitching, because I've got stuff that needs to happen. But I'm gonna be here. Night night. Oh, and Princess, I'm gonna throw everything in YouTube if you wanna, like, catch up the last few ones. If you don't, that's fine. But I know you like the story. Alright, that's it. Bye bye. I love you guys.